And it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida, Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, and I just did a ring pour that I consider to be somewhat successful, and I think it will dry really nice and become a lot more dramatic. But in the meantime, I learned a couple things, like to make sure to put the color I want in to come out last in first. So that is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to try, oh, sorry about the noise, I'm going to try and start. That was a mistake, by the way. I meant that to be this. So I'm just going to mix those two together really well. And I'm going to find my light blue or this lilac. I'm looking for that right there. Yep. I'm going to shake it up a little bit because you never know. Floetrol tends to separate out. Put it right there. I need light colors next to the neon acrylic, the neon purple folk art multi-surface acrylic that I use. And I want some yellow in this, and I also want some pearl in this. And I thought the pearl might sink, but it didn't, which is cool. I'm going to try and leave the tops off of my bottles. And pretty soon I'm going to get to that yellow I promised. I had a little extra paint last time. I suspect that I'll get better rings if I use white in between, so I'm going to give that a shot also. I like the pink and the orange and the purple together. I'm wondering what combination I want to use. I think I'm going to try this. Yes, I am. Yes, she didn't sound very sure of herself. No, she wasn't. Okay, so that ought to lead me. Let's see if I can get a little more paint out of this. I just dumped the excess canvas when I primed the canvas with white. I just dumped it into that extra container right there. Take that top and put it, where did I hide the tops on myself? Alright, so there's that bright yellow I've been enjoying. I throw that in with some darker yellow. Maybe go back to orange. Those are pretty colors. I like those colors. But they're going to get lost. Whatever goes in last is going to come out around the edges. So if I want more yellow, I better add it now. Same with the orange. I did promise somebody a little while ago I would do some yellow. So I guess this is me fulfilling my promise. These are more rainbow colors than the last one I tried with the rainbow colors. Alright, I just put it down. Yes. So, whatever goes in last comes out around the outside. I want some more of that. And I'm just going to fill this up. And I want some more yellow. We're getting a more full cup than often I get, which is okay. I want something a little off, a little out of my comfort place. Because I know that those colors will be on the outside. So, do I really want to do that? I really kind of do. I didn't get to keep any of my yellow or my orange in my last one, so that's my plan. I need to have white near the neon color to have it show up. And I don't know that, it might have been a waste, but it's most of the time it's 80 or 90% of the Artist Loft neon pink anyway. So I'm going to put that aside. Am I? I'm going to throw some other, I'm going to throw some Prussian blue in there at the very end. I don't know why. I just need to. So very quickly, I say that, very quickly I'm going to show you my Princeton art tool spatulas and hope there's no sand in that container. And I hate wasting paint, so I'm not wasting paint. I'm going to scrape it out and put it on my canvas. Put that in the bucket. Someday I'm going to use that to fill full of white or black paint. Now, I said I was going to try and use less paint to prime this canvas because I don't want it to go. That's going in the bucket too. Buckets of water, good to have. Really? Okay, it doesn't really matter what's on that right now. It does matter if I have my glasses on my face or not. Because seeing the difference, there we go, seeing the difference between stuff in the paint and the paint. I am going to try pretty soon to put something to screen my paint and keep my marbles that I use to mix the paint in the bottle from falling into the tip while I'm trying to pour. Now this is looking like a very thin coat of paint, so I may want actually to use some more. It really does not matter what goes under a ring pour. For the most part, you're never going to see it. It's just meant to facilitate the slide. My turntable is not available unless you know somebody who has a glass top patio table set, sort of. This was the turntable to a Martha Stewart patio set. The glass top is not here. I'm using a tile instead. It's just a rotating ring. I've wasted like a lot of minutes just prepping paint, and I never like that, so I'm sorry. I apologize. But I think we're ready to go. The longest part of this for me is always the tipping, but I just proved to myself I could actually take my time and do it. So I'm going to try it again. I shouldn't worry about being perfectly covered even, because the ring pour will do that for me, but I am. Throw your water in something other than your pipes. I always tell people. Okay, here goes nothing. The funny thing is I want to do more than one. I guess it depends on how much paint I have left. I really do want to do more than one. So that's what I'm going to do. And they're probably going to go everywhere. Yes, I just spilled a little paint. It's not going to make any difference at all in the moment. If I straighten this out, I can probably steal a screenshot from it later. It's not very straight. I am going to use my Princeton Catalyst Art Tool spatulas to scrape my cup out so I don't waste any paint, because I don't like wasting paints. And I'm going to put some yellow in there because I can. I'm planning to put some orange in there because I can too. Guess what? I lost my yellow and my orange in my other painting, but looks like I could really use some blue in here. Come on, you can do it. Give me just a little. I don't know. I said I wanted some blue in there, so I guess that's what's going to happen if I can put my hand on it. There it is. As long as I'm at it. Oh, I'm bad. I want to teach you can do anything that comes into your head and get away with it if it seems like a good idea to you at the time. I am going to take the rest of that paint and put it where? Right there. That's a brave squirrel climbing my fence. I don't mind if the center is not a ring pour center at all. I kind of like those drops. I kind of wish I had a few more of them. Come on, off my spatula. What's better than one spatula? Two spatulas. Come on, off. Off you come. Sometimes I wish I had mixed paint, and sometimes I do have mixed paint. You know, just like a container next to me. Okay, that's going in the bucket. Put your paint water into a bucket of sand or a bucket of dirt or something to filter it before it goes all the way into the groundwater, and it's It's not good for your pipes. So this is not your conventional ring pour, because obviously there's a lot more than one. I'm very tempted to go in there and do some interesting things. And fill in. Because paint flows to paint, and I kind of feel like if I have a more symmetrical, more round, it's a better way to put it. Symmetrical, yeah, not really. We're past that stage. If I fill in, then when I tip, I may get to keep more of the cohesive nature of the design. That's cool. I'm just going to take a picture of that. You can do so many stuff with so many things with fluid art. My articulate nature is suffering lately. I'm so sorry. But thank you for hanging in there. Oh, and thank you for subscribing. I have over 35,000 subscribers. And thank you for shopping on the Amazon link. It has helped me out. I really, really appreciate that. Also, thank you, well, I'm thanking everybody on Thanksgiving, which is what today is for me. Thank you, everybody, for contributing to keep me painting. I don't know if that's really going to be as helpful as I anticipate, but I want some more paint in there to make things move, and it's kind of a waste of that beautiful iridescent pearly purple, but I think all that blue is going to be gone. And I don't often indulge myself in overly purple paintings, although there were a couple recently, so I guess I'm not telling the truth about that. I do love doing this. If I had another cup of colors, I'd probably ring pour a few more things. I guess the whole idea is that you can just let everything go around in a circle, to a certain degree anyway, and keep a lot of those patterns and spread them out. And I never did torch anything, but we have some really pretty cells. I like dripping the paint into the center of the ring pour to make those cells too. That's not hurting my feelings. I'm going to use some more of this to see if I can spread that without losing it. And if I come back again this way, it will stretch itself out. So I am sort of kind of trying to recenter my paint. That does not come out of there very well right now, or very quickly. And I am going to find myself a spatula to aid in my... I'm going to leave that because I might want it in a second. Oh yeah, that worked great. So much so, I'm thinking it's time to look for an edge catcher. Edge catchers are made of sheets of plastic. And that's a cool one, but I don't think it's going to hurt anything. That's a really, really super flimsy one. But I'm going to let that paint pool against the edge of it. And then level it off. I'm going to squeeze it over too. Oh no, don't fall in there, please don't fall in there. Oh no, 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 no. I saved it! Ha! You don't know how happy I am about that. I was doing pretty well there for a second, and then I wasn't. So I'm going to play fast and loose with paint again and do the same thing. Just squeeze it back on, move it down. I've got a little hole. I wonder why you are there. So at certain times when I've tried to do ring pours, I get to a point where I think things are absolutely gorgeous, and this is one of those times. I kind of like that color, maybe not. And even though I love that color, and I told you that I would probably lose anything that I used to run the colors down to the corner, I'm thinking I can experiment with adding a couple of layers of things. Right there, right now, seeing if I can utilize that. Either that or just leave it leave it filled in like that. That could happen. I want a better edge catcher. I really want a stiff one. So I'm going to use something else. That's kind of pretty on that side. I did just make a whole bunch of photographs of accidental art created by edge catchers, all layered together in a big collage, which was a lot of fun. I recommend it. Yes, I have a lot of white over there. And I don't want to stick my finger in the side of this, but I don't know that I have a choice. It's going to be a little bit of a contortion act. Oh no, not over there. Okay. Ah! Canvas Wrestling 101. Squeeze it back on. This is going to be worth it. Alright, what have I not told you? I have not told you all kinds of things. I could leave this right like this and not do another thing and just appreciate that negative space pretty easily. Very easily. I think I'm going to try and play with the paint I have on my spatula and just add it from the spatula and the edge catcher. Touch it over the edges. We only have a couple of minutes left, although there's a couple of minutes after the couple of minutes I see on the timer. So I will tell you what I always tell you, which is please shop my Amazon link, and it's no added cost to you, and there's a bunch of cool stuff on there, and it helps me out. And then please give me a thumbs up if you can manage it, if you like what I do, because it helps my standing on YouTube. And I really need all the help I can get. Which reminds me that I do sell my artwork, but I do like everything else, and I'm not sure that I want to change much of anything. I think I just stuck that bottle in there. No, good. I'm glad I didn't. Alright, so love this ring pour. Great colors. I don't really want it to change that much from where it's at. It's very, very rainbow agate. That's that Prussian blue with the decor pouring medium. You're going to disappear on me, and I will have forgotten to tell you to shop my Teespring link, which has got clothes on it. If you are looking for a Because I Can t-shirt, or some of my artwork, or some awesome leggings, which you might have to click on one of the items of apparel to actually be able to follow that link to my shop, but you can. The pouring mixture recipe is in the body of the description underneath the video. I make a whole other line of products at Fine Art America. I think the blue could go down there easily. Yes, I do. Not that anybody ever sees them, because Fine Art America doesn't publish them anywhere other than their feed when I post them, and I've been too busy to do much of that. I want to say thank you to all my contributors. I love you guys. I really appreciate your comments. I hope you don't stop. Sorry, focused. You're going to be gone by the time I figure all this out. I don't really want to go any further. Yeah, I like what I've got. Alright, this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, torching to release the bubbles and maybe even enhance the patterns, but mostly to release the bubbles, because I don't like it when I come out and find a dry painting with bubbles on it. Leave little craters or actual bubbles. Neither one of those things make me very happy. So I really, really like this just the way it is, and I don't feel bad at all about not going all the way, which is probably what I should have done, but oh well, never mind. Good colors, nice yellow, nice balance. I haven't told you guys I love you lately. I do. Thank you to 35,000 subscribers.